You may have seen the exciting news this week here on NBC, but if you missed it, take a look.
Craig Melvin is the new anchor of The Today Show.
The Today Show announced South Carolina native Craig Melvin will take over for Hoda as the main co-anchor on Today. Hoda's last day, January 10th, and then Craig will take over the chair starting Monday, January 13th. So joining us now to talk all about it, Craig himself. Craig, congratulations. We are so happy for you. How does it feel?
Pretty good. I'll be honest with you. I hadn't seen that clip until that moment. So, you know, it's starting to sink in, Sarah, slowly. But it's, you know, these are great jobs, and I had sort of resigned myself to the fact that I had a great job, that I could do that great job for the next 20 years. And so when the bosses came in about a month ago, and they were like, you know, Hoda's leaving. We could see you in this job. I was like, me? Are you sure? You couldn't find anybody else? Listen, I am humbled and honored, and I'm just, you know, we've got such a unique and special thing at the show. We don't want to tinker with that too much. We've got a family that we enjoy, so it's nice that it's still going to be that same family every morning for the most part. Move some pieces around maybe, but it feels really good, you know. And by the way, it's not just about me, but you know, I think I said this yesterday. My parents, who still live in South Carolina, who really sacrificed a lot for me and my brother growing up. The fact that they're still young enough and healthy enough to be able to sort of, you know, see the fruits of their labor, if you will, Sarah. That's really special to me.
What was it like when you told them, your friends and your family? How did they react to this exciting news?
My friends, especially those who've known me the longest, their reaction varied from, really? You? They didn't have anybody else? And my family, for the most part, they could not have been happier for me, because a lot of them, they've seen the last 25 years. You've been in this business a while, Sarah. You know, I mean, you start in local news and you grind it out. Your long days and short nights, and you do this for a long time. And then I did it in Columbia, South Carolina for a while, and then I moved to DC and did it there for a number of years. And you know, when I got to 30 Rock 14 years ago, I was pretty doggone content with just being here as a correspondent and anchoring a cable news show. I just, you know, I didn't think this would ever happen. So I think when you don't expect something's going to happen, when it does, you're even more excited about that thing happening. And my friends and family who've known me for a long time, they know how hard I've been working over the years. So I think for them just to see it sort of pay off, so to speak.
What is it like for you going from South Carolina to New York City to have this job of a lifetime? My family, they've always been NBC people, so my parents, those anchors that they watch growing up, the anchors I watched growing up, they're a part of your life, and now you are taking on that role for so many people. What's that like for you?
You know, when you put it like that, it's special. There's no denying that. And as a kid who grew up not far from where you are, I grew up in Columbia, South Carolina, and my mom was a school teacher, and you know, Dad was a mail clerk, worked at the post office for nearly 40 years before he retired. I come from very humble beginnings. So to go from Columbia, where all of my family still lives, by the way, to go from there to Washington, D.C., that was a pretty big jump for me. You know, I talk pretty slowly. I move pretty slowly. I'm not a New York City guy, if you will. So I had to sort of adjust in D.C. and then to go from D.C. to New York. I don't know if you've been here lately, but it's even faster than D.C. So I don't think I've changed a whole lot. I don't live in the city. We live out in Connecticut because I need a yard and I like to drive, and so it's been an adjustment. But I guess that's what life is, right, Sarah? It's just constantly adjusting.
That's right, Craig. Well, the Carolinas are so proud of you. We cannot wait to see you in this next chapter of life, and we'll all be rooting you on. Congratulations.
Sarah, thank you. I can't wait to get back down to Charlotte.
Yes, come on and visit us. We'd love to have you.
I would love to.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Craig.